People have been asking me, how do I get such long range on my FPV RC cars for years now? Also, I think I need better lighting in my studio. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about my 5 tricks for getting insane range on FPV RC cars. Number 1, video transmitter power. This is a video transmitter, and it takes the image from your camera and sends it to your goggles or screen or whatever you're using. And the special number you're looking for is at least 1000 milliwatts or 1 watt. Now, if you're running one of these digital systems, there's only a few options for you, and I'll go ahead and link the best of each option in the description so that you don't have to do a bunch of research to find the thing you're looking for. Now, if you're doing analog though, there's actually a million different options. But my favorite one so far is this Rush FPV 2500 milliwatt video transmitter. Now, 2500 milliwatts is obviously a lot more than what the digital systems can do, but the analog systems kind of need that extra power. There are even more powerful options from Foxeer that go all the way up to 5 watts. But just know that when you use that much power, it means you're pretty much always riding solo. You can't have more than 1 or maybe 2 people with that much power because it just floods the rest of the channels. You'll try to have somebody else flying or driving a car by you with FPV, and you're just going to get a bunch of static because it's too much power for that band. But this is how to do long range FPV, so I'm including the info. Number 2, cooling. I say this all the time to my friends on forums that can't seem to get long range out of their RC cars. They have no idea what's going on. Their video transmitter isn't outputting the power that they think that it should, and it's because it's overheating. I've said this a million times. There is no good FPV RC car without a fan. You absolutely need a little fan just like this, even on that Rush video transmitter that has a fan built onto it. It is not enough. All of these video transmitters are built to go on drones and not cars, so we need to add a fan. I'll put a link in the description again to my favorite fans that I use, and I'll even put some mounts that you can download and 3D print for free. Or if you don't have a 3D printer, I'll put a link to a service that will 3D print parts for you. I'm also designing a full plug-and-play system that has the fan and the video transmitter, camera, and everything all in one little unit. I'll put that in the description if it's available, or if you don't see it in there, let me know in the comments if you guys would buy a ready-to-go FPV kit. Okay, number 3, and this is such a big one that people overlook, and that's antennas. See, I'm always running directional antennas on my goggles. These directional antennas allow me to go super far, but just in one direction. And that's important to note because omnidirectional antennas are ones that we typically use on the car itself. That way, when the car is driving around, it doesn't matter what direction it's facing, it's sending its signals in all directions. But if you want to go super far, you need a directional antenna on your goggles. One more thing about the car antenna is you actually want it to be as tall as possible. Getting that antenna up off the ground will help its radio waves spread farther, and that's what you want. Now, another important note about antennas is they can be confusing. There are 3 or 4 popular different types of connectors for antennas, and there's also this left-hand or right-hand circular polarized thing. And if you're confused on which one to get, just know that you need to match the antennas on your goggles as on your car, on the video transmitter. They have to both be left-hand circular polarized or both be right-hand circular polarized. You actually do not want antennas that look like this. This little whip antenna is terrible. I would never use that on an FPV RC car, maybe on some tiny little drone, but that's literally it. We need circular polarized antennas and quality ones at that. So make sure to match the left-hand antenna with another left-hand antenna or right-hand antenna with another right-hand antenna, and make sure that you have the right connectors for your transmitter or your goggles. I will put links in the description to my favorite antennas, but you will have to make sure that you get the ones that match your system. Okay, on to number 4. This is, again, another big one that people really don't realize they're missing, and that is elevation. See, when I'm trying to drive through my entire neighborhood, I'm actually out on my balcony. I don't suggest anybody climb up on top of their roof, right? That was just kind of to prove a point. But you do want more elevation. I'm also at the top of my hill in my neighborhood, and that allows me to kind of send and receive video signals unobstructed mostly, right? I'm not trying to transmit up a hill, which can be hard when you're a car on the ground. So if you can get on top of a hill or on top of a safe balcony, 100% do that. And also try to stay away from any buildings being right next to you. That's also a huge help. Okay, and my fifth tip is RC link. There's no good reason to have all of that video range if you don't have a good RC link. If you can't actually drive the car because the signal cuts out and it stops moving, right? So there are two tricks to getting around this. Number one is to just go the simple, inexpensive route and grab a radio link transmitter. Radio link uses a somewhat slow RF modulation, which allows for a lot more range than a lot of the other systems. Most people can get away with just getting a radio link transmitter, and that will be enough range to max out your video system. The video systems that I make sometimes will greatly outrange a radio link system, and so that's why I use ExpressLRS or Crossfire on my highest end systems. This gets a little bit more complicated, but just knowing that these are options can help you do research and figure out what you need to do. I actually have a bunch of other videos that I've made about my systems, so if you want to go and have a look at the range I'm getting and the equipment that I'm using, I'll put the links at the end of this video along with a little cruise footage just so you guys can see some cool bashing, right? Make sure to like and subscribe for me because I don't see too many other people making the videos so point blank and easy to follow along so that you guys can get into this FPV RC thing too. Hey, there are a bunch of really cool other channels out there and I'm actually going to start shouting them out all the time. Right here is a few of them. Go check their channel out if you watched all of my stuff and you can't get enough of FPV RC cars.
Hell yeah. All right, go ahead, stop it.